All right, how you guys doing? This is your man Bogy, and you guys have just tuned into the CREW After Hours. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but
Yeah.
my camera's a little
Woohoo.
more HD compared to the last one, so I'm really poking some people in the eye. Be careful. All right, so guys, welcome here to season one, episode 8 of this very special episode that we have a special guest. But first, of course, we have our boy GB in the house. How's it going, brother?
Yeah, going good, man. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. You look a year wiser. Why is that?
I got older.
Oh,
It was my birthday yesterday, so yeah, April
had a
9th.
birthday yesterday. All right,
Yeah,
cool, man. Sounds good, man.
I don't
And
know about getting wiser, but I'm there.
hey, listen, man. Nobody needs to know, man. Just say yes. I am getting wiser. Each one of these white
Yeah,
hairs is wiseness, and we're gonna celebrate
He's
that tomorrow, man. So you better be ready.
he's getting
yeah,
he's getting wiser and balder too.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey, balls is good, girl. Don't worry about
yeah.
that.
Well,
I
he's doing
prefer
it's
it.
a style thing. It's a style thing. All right, and
Yeah,
then
I
we
it's
know.
have
either
our
it's either that or half of here.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
And today we have a special guest that is going to be talking about a topic that I think all of us is going to really enjoy. We have Missy in the house. Hi, Missy. How's it going?
It's going excellent. Thank you so much for having me, Boogie. It's great to be back with you guys, and of course with all the audience.
For sure. And of course, Missy is also affectionately known as within our group as Wonder Woman. That's right. Hope you
I'm
guys
right
have
there.
and
Yeah.
we got two Wonder Woman and oh, I mean a third Wonder
Oh,
Woman here in this
a
show. Look at that.
third one. What?
That's right. And actually, I'm gonna have to change
Spin. Do
and
the spin. Do the
oh, I gotta
twirly
do the
thingy.
spin.
Do the twirl. Eh. Yeah.
All right. And
Now
the
it's
sound
now it's
effects.
official. And the
Okay.
sound effects.
So, Missy is going to go ahead and talk about Wonder Woman 1984, the second movie that has come out, and I really enjoyed it. Can't wait to see what she has to share for us. And then GB and myself are going to be sharing our thoughts on it. So, all right, Missy, go ahead and take it away.
Taking it away. All right. So Wonder Woman 1984. So Wonder Woman, as everybody knows, she's an iconic superhero.
Oh
She
yeah.
is the first member of what we call the Trinity, which of course is Superman and Batman.
Hmm.
Now, Wonder Woman has overcome a lot of different things, not only in 1984, but also on the first movie. There's always some misconceptions, and people have some mixed feelings between both movies, but I personally think it was the most power filling movie that the director Patty could have delivered for Wonder Woman. And I'm gonna touch on a couple points and tell you guys specifically why. So first and foremost, not only was it action packed, the graphics, the interaction, the character development from the very beginning up until the end was amazing. Now, of course, now the movie gets into various different topics, like for example, well, what it's all about. If you guys notice, it's humanity overcoming greed. The essence of the movie itself is about the dream stone, which you get to dream what you want to be, and you obsess and you become that thing, or you obtain that goal. And one of the things that Wonder Woman herself as a superhero overcome, like many superheroes that they overcome in each of their stories, is of course her was battling the loss of her loved one, which is in this case was a pilot, Steve.
Love.
But yes, love. So in between all the different scenes, and again the character development, her Wonder Woman not only battles, you know, evil, but also within herself, she overcomes all these different issues, like many of our, of course, beloved superheroes.
Oh yeah.
I personally, yes, I personally think that uh, overcoming that fear of not believing in yourself as well uh, is is the ground point of everybody, not only us as humans, but also as superheroes. And I think personally that's what connected me most to the movie, because you really got to feel the humanity in all the characters. Like at the end, everybody noticed, whoa, we're doing like all these bad stuff because we were greedy. Well, what about everybody else? So and I guess that's why a lot of people always gave like a little bit of a misconception to the movie. They're like, oh well, it's trashy, or we don't like it. I guess they didn't connect it with the meaning of it. But nonetheless, I personally think, like many of us, Wonder Woman 1984 was a great, 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 good movie. So
Yeah, I
what
enjoyed it.
about what about you, Chris and Bogy?
Well, I know she was dealing with grief and all that stuff, and I know with the with the stone, that if you
The
wish for
Dream Stone,
something,
uh-huh.
he had to give something else up. So in her
Correct.
turn,
Sacrifice.
they have to sacrifice. She's sacrificing her powers, her abilities, her mortality. So she was able to get hurt. So when she gave up and took her wish back to give up Steve, she started healing and actually becoming even stronger than she thought she would, and she started flying and everything. The movie was a lot of fun, a lot of great action. That was awesome, really awesome. The only thing that I didn't like really much was the ending. Was just, I thought there was gonna be more, but it was
Hmm.
just mostly, yeah, I'll talk you out of it, and that was it. And
Yeah.
and they could have had more, done a better job with the animation with Cheetah, but have a little bit
Hmm.
more stuff with Cheetah, which would have been cool. And you can see
Of
how
course.
she was going from not being seen to being recognized to feeling more powerful instead of, being a bit of a klutz. She went from like a total 360 or 180, whatever you
Correct.
say. But
And again,
yeah.
that's part of the great character development, that each one of the characters itself, they overcame, that part of them, the
Hmm.
greed at the end. But they didn't realize it up until the end, up until it was almost too late.
Hmm. Yeah.
And funny that you mentioned, you said the ending. Did you guys know that our beloved Linda Carter made a
Yeah.
cameo
And the credit cookie.
in the end?
Yes.
Yes,
I saw
that
that. I was
was
like, oh.
that was my favorite part.
And I think
Well,
her song was playing in the background too. I don't remember, but I think her theme song was playing. And the
yes,
fact that she was the Amazon that had the wings in the beginning in that
yes,
story, so that was
Astoria.
awesome.
Hmm. Well, what about you, Bogey? We would love to hear your thoughts on Wonder Woman 1984.
Well, let me start off with the first Wonder Woman movie. I was blown
Mm.
away, as many of us were. Rotten Tomatoes, I think, gave it one of the highest scores, out there. So when I started hearing about Wonder Woman 1984, I'm gonna have to say I'm just a little bit of prejudice as to the overexcitement that I had for this movie, because I grew up in the 80s. So hearing Wonder Woman 1984 and knowing that they were going to bring us back to that time
You're
was
like,
awesome.
whoa.
I felt like, you know what, because one of my ultimate favorite movies of all time is Back to the Future, the trilogy. And
Oh yeah.
this was awesome that, okay, that they didn't come up with the second Wonder Woman movie that was going to be done around the 2020s. They actually picked this amazing year, a freaking amazing year. Well, at least for me anyway, because it's brought back so many memories and enjoyment that, yeah, I was just couldn't wait to see how they were going to go ahead and show. Now, after seeing the movie, oh wow, I was watching the movie and seeing all these nostalgic items and things and streets and foods and people and clothing and style and
Correct.
the apartment, her apartment, his apartment. It was awesome. It was awesome. I
Hmm.
mean, that alone for me, the 1984 theme. I mean, they had me at 19. That's it.
Hmm.
So
Correct.
just seeing the movie itself. Now, as for the movie itself, Wonder Woman, oh la bella, love her.
Yeah.
She's
Um, Gal
sexy.
Gadot, she is an amazing actress. They would
Yes.
She
not. I
is
don't think they could
funny
have
too.
found uh, another actress like her
Yeah,
to
even her accent
portray.
goes well with her too. I love it. And in real life, she's actually
Correct.
very funny, down to earth,
Hmm.
very she's very I don't say loving, like
Ah, come on,
she
sexy.
cares.
Yeah,
She's very caring.
She's
Yeah.
very
Oh
sweet.
yeah, and she's expecting a third
sexy.
baby now. So she's pregnant right now too.
Oh,
I
Had
follow
a
her on
ooh,
baby.
Instagram. So yeah.
we got a mini Wonder Woman on the way.
Well,
Oh,
she's got two
oh,
other girls, so she already has two other little Wonder Women, little
There you
Wonder
go.
Girls.
Yeah, her little Amazons.
Yeah,
Speaking of
man.
Amazons, I loved also not only the main characters but also the Amazons. The beginning scene
yes.
where in the mascara where they're kind of like doing the
Like an Olympics type of thing.
That was
yeah
a great
Yeah,
the
opening. That was a great
yeah.
opening.
that was yes.
That
And also in real life, the Amazons, which are of course real actresses, these girls go through a strong bodybuilding regimen and they train. And even Gal Gadot herself said it. We wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. We had 5 months to prepare. It was nothing but protein, high protein foods, and powerlifting and training for the scenes, and get up and do it all over again.
See what they had
So
to go
I
through. They weren't doing stunt doubles, man. They were doing their thing. Oh, except for the little girl, with some stunts. But I did see some pictures with the young Diana. She did have I think like
the two swords, I
no,
believe.
not the what do you call it, the straps,
Huh?
I can't think of the name.
Oh,
Where
the
you
stun
the
strap,
harness, yeah.
the
She
harnesses.
did do it like when she was going over the stuff and shit. They did have it on her and stuff. That was cool. That was great that they did a lot of their own stunts. And I'm actually watching what do you call it? Justice League, the Snyder Cut.
Oh,
I'm
that's
watching
another
that
one. I
and
gotta get into that one.
way better than the original, the other one, man. The other
oh,
one,
Justice
this is
League.
like a different movie. And it's good that they had it
Oh,
long
for
like
sure.
that or cut into parts.
Don't tell
But
me
when
I'm Wesley Snipes.
no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just saying it's good that they cut into parts because it feels like everything isn't just thrown together,
Well, Spider-Man
Mhm.
won, so
But
we
since
watched
they
both.
have Amazons in the movie, they have these these women with these muscles. They just look good with them on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry if any man thinks that women with muscle look ugly, you're looking at the wrong women. But yeah, they look
Look at
crazy.
this. Look at
They
this.
were like
Muscle.
yeah. Well, they're bigger than that. They have these abs that just made me go, damn, I need to work out. But it's just like wow, they look crazy, and the way they fought, there were so many. It's like it was awesome. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. A lot of Amazon screen time on that one.
Definitely, I'll definitely have to add it to my watch list. I mean, oh gosh, like I said, everybody had different views of it. And like you said, Bogy, bringing back the whole, 80s for youth theme. And again, it goes back to connecting the movie not only to the feelings of humanity, but also like the nostalgia. So I think for a lot of people, like you say yourself, seeing the clothes, seeing the streets, seeing the time, seeing the era, it was, very, again, nostalgic. And
Well,
I loved it.
additional things also. So the villain, the guy villain,
Mhm.
he did a very good job. I wasn't sure. As soon as I saw him, I wasn't sure what to make of, how he was going to develop as this,
This villain.
super villain. But he pulled
The
it off.
stone.
He did a great
Yeah.
job. I know a lot of people wasn't feeling him, but I think
Mhm.
he did a great job with what he had. And then also the woman villain, the cheetah, right? The
Yeah.
Cheetah.
cheetah. Hey, listen,
Correct. Barbara.
she I know she's a comedian. That's her profession, but
Mhm.
she is also sexy as hell. Especially when she
Yeah.
started going from little nerdish to to
To
confident to super
Mhm.
confident to
Mhm.
superhuman. I'll kick your ass. I mean, all of that just made it even more sexy from
Yeah.
point A to point Z.
She managed to pull off all those different type of
Yeah.
uh I'm sorry, I'm forgetting words. But yeah, all the
All those
different type
different
of
aspects.
demeanors. All
Focus,
the yeah,
focus, Chris, focus.
I'm 42 now. I'm sorry, man. But yeah,
42,
yeah.
bro.
So
Come on, man. So what happens when
well,
you hit
all her
this?
demeanor from being, from being very, very nervous and all this to being confident to actually becoming kind of like mean and stuff.
Well,
Like not
she
even
she
caring.
wanted to become an apex predator. She
Yeah.
said it. I want to be an apex predator. So you saw that fierce transformation, that confident
Yeah,
transformation until the end. She was this fierce uh apex predator, and she
yeah.
was just
And,
mauling everybody.
and the foreshadowing when she first drops everything on the floor and you see her shoes are cheetah shoes. Like,
Correct. Correct. And again, it goes back to what I was mentioning, the character development, even the villain, where you see this guy, that he's trying to make it into the world, and he feels like, in a sense, a loser. He
yeah,
felt like a loser. He
and
was
for his
having
son
trouble
too.
with his son, exactly, his
Oh,
company.
pobrecito. Yeah.
So again, the character development, and then it all goes back to um um just the storyline, and then the costumes too. It was part of it. I think the scenery, uh bringing everybody back to the 1980s, so you can see, like Bogy said, different
Hmm.
style, different clothes, different colors, different culture. It's a very
Yeah,
different culture if you compare, obviously, 1980 with like 2020.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was nice to get like that nostalgic piece that Bogy added in there. So I
Hmm.
I I, I really love the movie. I
Well,
liked it.
well, listen. I was a young buck in growing up in the '80s. So, well, one of the coolest scenes for me was when they were walking around Washington D.C. and they passed by these bunch of young guys doing break dancing, and of course, I mean, even
Oh
even at
yeah.
that time, breakdancing for people that that are not part of the culture, or the inner city, or starting to listen to the hip hop that was starting to take the world stage in the early '80s. I mean, seeing these kids doing these amazing moves. I mean, that was crazy to see. So
Yeah.
and I
On
was
the
part of that.
cardboard too.
I wasn't a big break dancer, but I did some of the moves. Some pop and lock right there. Oh, you saw that, right? And and I
I
got
heard
the
it
back
too.
the
Yeah.
back spin, the head spin, but I did the head spin like once because that thing hurts. That's
Yeah.
it,
Oh
man.
my
I
gosh.
retired from the head spin, but yeah, that was cool. He was walking around. You know what? Uh, the 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 facial expressions that he was giving, like being a young child. Because remember, he was displaced for like what 40 years. So
Yeah.
you know
Correct.
all of this current technology to him in the of the 80s was amazing. He was like a kid in a candy factory. So it was
Correct.
just wonderful to see. And you know what? When I was watching this, when my kids were young, and I've talked to them about the '80s and things that I went through. It was kind of nice to see them also seeing this like with those fresh eyes, like wow, what is
Hmm.
this? Because he saw this as
Retro.
what an amazing future. So yeah, no, it was really cool. I like
Hmm.
the aspect that they had of him being there because he kind of like took like a lot of you little youngsters that don't know much about living in the '80s. That wow, this is what it kind of looked
Yeah.
like, right? Oh, I know, yeah, yeah, very young, very cute. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool to
It was
showcase a decade that I really enjoyed. The '80s
correct.
was definitely one of my main, kind of the way I kind of grew up and how my personality started to get shaped was in those
Correct.
times.
Hmm. And not only aspects of that we connect with real life, but also Wonder Woman herself. There was the movie had a lot of Easter eggs. Not only the Miss Linda Carter's cameo at the end, but also
Uy,
throughout
ay,
the
ay.
movie.
Qué
Yeah,
linda.
also throughout the movie,
Sexy.
Bogey focus. So throughout the movie, you saw a lot of different Easter eggs that connected, to the Justice League or Batman or Superman. Little tiny things that you have to go back and check yourself so you can see. Oh, now I know what Miss is talking about. So go check that out. And also, all the weapons that Wonder Woman got to use herself. She got to showcase her sword, her lasso, which is of course my favorite one.
Mhm.
The
Uh,
invisible jet.
Yeah.
oh yes,
Like,
that was that was
whoa.
that was
Yeah.
really
It
The
was
way
like
she did that.
cool.
it was
I didn't
pretty
know she
cool.
had the ability though, but that was cool.
It was pretty
Hmm.
cool how they explained it, for the movie purpose of it. Because in the
Correct.
comic book, I mean, it's an invisible jet that it was just an invisible
Yeah,
jet. But it was
correct.
kind of
But
cool how in the
she,
movie they
uh
explained it for us how this actually developed.
So what it is as a lot of you guys know, the mascara is a hidden place, is a hidden paradise.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And Zeus, used his power, this mantle, to make it invisible. Hence the invisible jet. And then that's another thing that Wonder Woman, herself, she said it, she struggled with, well, I don't know how to do it. So she kind of learned herself and she focused, and the invisible jet came in. And that's one of the things that I loved about the movie. Everyone's development, everybody overcoming their challenges and growing and
Yeah.
learning. So to me, it was a great movie, despite what people might think. But
Yeah.
to each
Some
his
people
own.
are too, yeah, some people are too critical about how a movie should be instead of just sit down, watch it. If you have fun and it feels great, that's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. That's
Enjoy.
it. Exactly. Enjoy. And remember that not everything is gonna be perfect. Life is not
Yeah.
that perfect. So just enjoy the little things that make you smile, that make you see, like, oh, I remember that, or oh, I connect
Yeah.
with that, or I feel
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, to get an idea, like it's not to get off the subject, but like with Godzilla versus Kong, there were a lot of people,
Ooh.
saying, "Oh my God, this movie is
ooh,
this and
that's a
that."
nice one.
But you want to know what? I was listening to what it was Honest Trailers. He goes, "Oh, some people were bashing this movie. I mean, come on,
Oh, come
it's a
on.
movie about a giant gorilla and a giant lizard. It's not supposed to be an awesome movie. It's just to be all you're gonna do is sit down and watch them fight. That's the whole point,
It's a
So
monster
just
movie.
sit down and enjoy it.
Rawr.
Well, well, well. I wanna
I
backtrack
had fun with
about.
that movie too. Let me say.
No, that was great. We definitely have to have a conversation about that one. But I want to
Yeah.
backtrack about 3 minutes, talking about the invisible jet.
Okay.
That moment of that filming with the invisible jet getting. Oh, you guys hear that?
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
That means we've hit
Oh,
22
ding,
minutes, so we
ding,
got a few minutes to
ding.
wrap this up.
all right, go
So,
ahead, Bogey.
basically, I love that scene because remember they were doing fireworks at that time,
Yeah, it was
so we
beautiful.
were
4th of July.
seeing this beautiful landscape of Earth, and as they were rising above these fireworks, and then with all of that, all of a sudden the plane slowly, she got the power to make it invisible. That few minutes of filming there, I felt like I was suspended in time. Like
Mm.
Correct.
it was just beautiful. I mean,
And I
and,
love.
and, and if you don't remember that part, rewatch it. When you get access to it, rewatch it. But
Hmm.
that was really an awesome
Yeah.
time. So,
And I love
Hmm.
fireworks and just watching all the colors
yep,
underneath from above the
Hmm.
clouds. It's amazing.
exactly.
And again,
So,
all,
oh,
all,
go ahead.
all all the graphics and together, so the scenery is beautiful.
All right. So, you guys have just heard the bell, and that means that we're already about 22 minutes into this particular topic, and of course, we're trying to keep it in a certain time frame. So, any last words on Wonder Woman 1984 for each one of you guys? So, Missy, start us off. Any last words on the movie itself?
Um, I love it. I'm
What
I'm
would you
I'm
rate it
I'm captivated.
out of five? Let's say five.
Oof.
What would you rate it out
No,
of that five?
I gotta give it a 10.
Hui! All right, so a five then.
That's how much I love it.
Yeah,
That's
All
a
right, so you
5.
give it a
I would.
perfect five.
Yeah, I
Nice.
would say
GB.
if you have to, I'll give it about a 4.5. But anybody who hasn't seen it, watch it. Don't listen to what people say. It's a fun
Mm.
movie. It's not gonna. I mean, a lot of people did like the original more, but this one was a lot of fun. Even the part where she's in the mall
Yep.
and everything, it felt like you were watching a TV show. It's fun.
Correct.
All right. Me myself, I'm gonna have to agree with GB. I am very strict when it comes to rating and giving a five. To me, fives. I'll just give you quick examples. To me, fives is like Back to the Future trilogy. To me, a five is the Avengers Endgame movie. It's like it's one of those just super classic. Now, there's nothing wrong with Wonder Woman 1984, but
Hmm.
as a super classic for Bogy, I mean, I would have to say, well, I have to grade it the way, I think it's fair. So I would say 4.5 also. It was definitely
4.5.
up there, and definitely, especially the nostalgia. Forget it. That is something that got me hooked, and I'm really glad that they were able to visit that time. So All right. So thank you guys very much. Thank you, Missy, aka
Woohoo.
Wonder Woman, for bringing this
Thank
topic
you
for us.
guys.
No, Wonder Woman 1984. I think we had a great time with this, and GB, thank you for your contribution. So we are about to end this topic number one. So you guys stay tuned. We will be having a topic number two, and we will be talking about hip hop legend that just passed away not less than 24
Mm.
hours ago, DMX. All right, so this is your man Bogy, and I'm saying, enough said.